Right, when you go into Apocrypha, Wisdom of Solomon 5:2, okay, it speaks about the strangeness of his deliverance. All right, going into the elect, the strange of his deliverance. All right, because no one expected the nation of Israel to be Negroes, to be made up of, or the elect to be made up of Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right, being delivered. Everybody's looking forward to the so-called white man. All right, those so-called Jews that live in that's right currently living in Israel. All right, which they stole that land. They expect those men to be saved, but that's the wicked. All right, here it is, the ones you had on the bottom, the ones that treated like dirt. Now they're gonna be ruling over you. Okay, so that's the strangeness of his deliverance, man. And it speaks about the people being in fear. I'll give one more scripture and I've ended on that one. Okay, this is the book of Mark. Mark 13:21. Mark 13. All right. And I could start at 20:24. But in those days after that tribulation, the sun shall be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars of heaven shall fall. All right, so it says, in that day, the sun shall be darkened, the moon shall not give her light. And when you see the sun and moon, a lot of times they're just representing the knowledge, the wisdom, all right, understanding. So the so-called white man, Esau, have a certain understanding on some things, man. But when those chariots start showing themselves at arm's length, okay, it's going to be hard to explain what's going on. All right, when you've seen the men of the Lord being beamed up, it's going to be hard to explain what's going on. All right, but then you have certain people going to the government for answers. All right, because one thing about Esau, he'll make something up, and the rest of the world, 2/3, the different heathen nations, they'll eat it up. All right. Okay. So there's going to be no explanation. Even like now, they're just coming out and saying, "Listen, there's chariots. All right, they're off-world vehicles or UFOs, and we trying to get a better understanding of it. But right at the current moment, we cannot tell you nothing about them. Their technology surpasses ours. All right, those are the type of things Esau is saying now. Okay, so that wisdom, that knowledge to understand, it's only so much they could really understand. All right, Matthew 13:24. Continue on. But in those days after the tribulation, the sun shall be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light. Verse 25, and the stars of heaven shall fall, and the powers that are in heaven shall be shaken. That's going into the elites and the power structures. All right, because this kingdom is going to be destroyed. All right, and then shall they see the Son of Man, Yahushua, coming in the clouds with great power and glory, like when we read about him coming, moving as a cloud and as a pillar of fire in the first deliverance, when we delivered out of Egypt. Now America is also a modern day Egypt, or spiritual Egypt, or Egypt reincarnated, you could say also, because just like when we were in Egypt, we were in bondage, the same way we are here in America in bondage. All right, so the second deliverance, the Lord's gonna come with that cloud again. Okay, and then it says and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with a great power and glory. Right, because he's gonna come in his glory. All right, he's gonna come in his full might. All right, and then shall he send his angels, and shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from the utmost parts of the earth to the utmost parts of of heaven, and that's going in. And the way those angels are going to do that is by way of those chariots. All right, the one things you what the whole world knows as, thanks to the so-called white man Esau, the world knows them as UFOs. All right, but pretty soon, when these chariots are showing themselves, and people are going to find out, listen, these aren't unidentified. They're written in the scriptures. They're written in the scriptures. All right, so with that, Lord will, like the apostles said, Lord will, we see the inside. The inside of those chariots. Well, down so praise goes to Yahweh, Shimmy, Yahweh, Sharp, Shrimp, Kakadash, double honor to the apostles, Elsgrim, Millstone. Citation goes out to the rest of the pushing this word, sincerity and honesty. Shalom.